So if you really look at things like in a stages way, right? When it comes to frequency or levels or whatever you want to call it, the reason people don't stay at a certain level or frequency, they'll do something great, but they can't sustain that excellence, is because it's like you're comfortable at where you were at. So when you reach that higher level, it can feel good, but it's like the body or your soul or whatever is not used to it. So you're gonna come back down to that other frequency you was at, right? And that's how it works. So you have to get you like in order for shit, it's storming like crazy out here. But look, for you to get to a level where you are really performing at a high level, where you're really going 100, where you're really going strong, you're at 1,000, everything is crazy. Your energy is on 10, right? You have to get to a point where you're comfortable being uncomfortable, because when you level up, when you raise your frequency, raise your energy, then it could get uncomfortable, right? Staying there for too long, and then you want to go back down to the realm that you were in, because the realm that you elevated to is not what you're used to. You're around people you've never been around, energies that you've never been around. You're feeling a frequency, a vibe you've never had before. So, Jesus Christ. Look, we're going to go through the storm, through the rain, all of that shit. So look, in order to elevate your life, do things first that make you uncomfortable, accomplish those things, get better at those things, raise your frequency, stay on that frequency no matter how uncomfortable it feels, right? If you are used to doing 10 pull-ups, or let's say you do 50 pull-ups a day, do 75, get used to that, right? Add a couple extra reps to each set. Jesus, you know what I mean? That's a quick, it's a mentality hack you have to make. Get to a higher level, and you will and stay at that level. Whether it means making an extra phone call, right? Talking to another person, staying a couple extra hours at work, whatever bullshit it is that you need to do, right? Practicing an extra hour on what it is that you need to practice. You know what I mean? But it's very important to, once you get to a certain level, a certain frequency, you stay at that level, right? And then you see the results in life, all right? So that's what a lot of people have trouble doing a lot of people have trouble getting to a higher level, a higher frequency. And then the harder part is actually, like, the easy part is getting there, is doing the thing. But the hardest part is staying at that level. If anybody's ever been good at a sport, or played a sport, and let's say you played basketball, but you had a really good game. Let's say you're a bench player in high school, college, or whatever, and you had a really good game. You usually score like 5 points a game. You come out and score 25 the next game. It's hard for those players, for those bench level players, for those role players to sustain that, because they're not cleaners, right? They're not cleaners. They're just role players. Or they're a closer, right? They come in the clutch, but they can't sustain that because it's a mental thing. They're not used to being at that level. They're not used to putting in the work and the practice that it takes to stay at that level. They don't want that limelight. They don't want that attention. They don't want that energy coming to them. All right? I'm about to get back in the house, man, before this, storm do something, man.